Right, so we are on cycle 148. We have the trees. Let's actually, for now, I believe we're just removing some drywall from the petroleum generators. We're making ethanol, we're burning it to get polluted water, to feed plants, etc. And we're also doing this just to get a load of polluted dirt. But because the carbon dioxide pressure got so high, everyone's getting popped eardrums, so we're gonna remove the drywall from most of it. We just want the liquid layers at each of these buildings to provide some extra conductivity. That's the plan. Right, and that can go here. I think I'll be fine. Maybe we'll just actually automate one of these so that it only runs half the time so that the wire doesn't get overloaded. That might be a good plan. But yeah, I think there's a couple of things remaining to do on our little Pokeshell experiment. Namely, actually just making the Pokeshell ranches and seeing how they behave and what we can do with them. Because now we've pit planted the trees, we have a very huge amount of wood. We have almost 100 tons of wood. And we are trying to convert it as quickly as possible into polluted dirt. I think we have enough now that we can start playing around with the Pokeshells, and that should be fine. But we probably also do need to actually cool this down, because if this gets too hot, the ethanol is going to evaporate, and that's not what we want, because the ethanol is the conductive layer. So, also, if we just look at the map in general, like, we have heated up a lot of stuff. We're currently growing mealwoods for food. There's not really a huge deal going on. We're not using the saltwater guys, that's not adding heat. This is adding heat, but there's still a lot of residual chill left in the water. So I'm not overly worried about this for now. But yeah, let's get all these drywalls out of here. Let's get the loot as well. Let's see what's in the loot. Got 2 unclaimed blueprints. We got the pants, the basic red pants, and we got the basic purple pants. Amazing. Right, yeah, let's get rid of this drywall first. I just want to see all of this stuff function, and then we'll start committing to everything else. We built loads of oxygen masks here, so the dupes should be able to run around this area just fine. Don't know why we've got a tiny little bit of salt water here. That's alright. We have actually planted a few more oxyferns, so the air pressure is increasing slightly too much. Well, we'll see about that. More ethanol, great. We probably should actually start printing more dupes, especially now that we've got more oxygen production, but I'm not going to take dupes that are bad. So we'll leave that alone. Ren is currently using the massage table. Not making any noise, that's interesting. Yeah, sorry guys, this is all construction practice apparently. I love how we're making all of the wire out of uranium ore on this map, just because we don't have any other metal. I mean, we're still importing metal from the flipped asteroid. Although at the moment, Nails is mostly just cooking frost buns and putting them in the freezer. At least the freezer actually works now. That was concerning earlier. So I'm hoping this will just be enough power to run all these ethanol distillers, and then we're not going to need a huge amount of power for other things. We do still have plenty of hydrogen from the beaters down here as well. We're really not using that much of this. But we've got room for 20 dupes here. We've got room for 20 dupes here. I think we could actually... I think with the petroleum generators and all the free wood, I think we will end up with enough polluted water to run enough oxyferns for 20 dupes. So we will actually go ahead and do that. I probably shouldn't keep skilling people up at the moment. I'll skill up Nails. Nails, you get a building. I don't think anyone else has really got anything that they're super interested in to skill them up into. I mean, Neo can have some skills. We need to add another rec room. We could definitely do that. Where would we want to do that? We could do that over here. We could make a juke bot and easily plug that into the metal refinery wire. Well, I say easily, it's a conductive wire. I could just put some more hydrogen generators somewhere. Maybe just plug it into this wire. No, that wire's overloading. I could just put another hydrogen generator over here. We don't need these trees anymore, that's certain. This vent. Do I care about that vent? Probably do, but I could probably just move it over there. Then we can put some more doors in here. We do need to import some more metal again. Is that actually a task that's currently available to us? Let's keep doing that. Because we're going to run out otherwise. Let's see. There is more available. Where's the easiest bunch? Probably this, right? You know what? Let's not do that. Let's do this. That makes sense. Well, between the new plant morphs, or the new Critomorphs, plant husks, and resin from shine bugs, it looks like I'll have at least some work to do before the update comes out. Yeah, this feels like an actual impactful update, which is great. Very pleased about that. Yeah, dig this all out as well. That's fine. I think we can get rid of this just fine. That's more metal. We are sending the wolframite back as well. This is also wolframite. That will do. Darthel is not very impressed by the changes. They didn't add decor to feather fiber. Sad. Oh, right. Hold on. Yeah, don't do that. What microchips we got? We've got a couple. Not that many. Yeah, air pressure is getting a little bit too high. Also, we're running the rusty oxidizer just to get the iron ore. The iron ore is going to be useful later in case we need to do steel production. But this is getting a bit much. Ellie is getting massaged. It's fine. Oh, you need to... Oh, I see what needs to happen. We need to build this wire so that dupes actually go in the nature reserve. That will help with morale. But again, if we look at the dupes, it's mostly just popped eardrums. There's not popped eardrums over here anymore. I'm hoping that will just go away. Although I think now the dupes will be getting it in the base because of the oxyferns, because there's too many oxyferns. Okay. Nails is trapped. Are you trapped or bored? Maybe a bit of both. Oh yeah, because you can't reach that bit. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sopping wet. Could probably do an extra sieve, an extra shower, right? Make sure the dupes are getting showers. I think we've got a few things to generally fix at the moment before we get into the specifics too much again. Right, so... That's not going to be very neat, is it? It's one of those things that looked a lot neater on the drawing board. There you go. But we'll put an actual rec room over here. Interesting to see. We probably are going to get a bit too much stress. How are the pips doing? The pips are doing alright. The eggs are multiplying in here. Shine bug. We don't want any shine bugs. Get rid of them. We do not need the extra stress from that. Yeah, build that wire, get the nature reserve morale. That will help, I think. Let's just let them do these things for a bit. We've got lots of errands queued up. Yeah, going through the liquid lock probably isn't helping, but this definitely needs to stay here. And once they stop going into... the issue is they're probably not going to be able to stop going into space, because they need to keep loading these. And we do want to actually put mechatronics in here, but it's going to take a long time to actually get the refined metal to do the mechatronics. Unless... Okay, I think what we'll actually do... Here's what we actually do. We make a couple of storage bins over here. These will all contain wood. And then what we will do is we will put an auto sweeper here, conveyor loader here. And then that is going to go here. And then that is going to go to the receptacles. The receptacles could go here. Oh, we don't have receptacles, do we? Let's have a look. No, we do not. I don't think we necessarily need them. That's going to be a lot of forks, though. That's going to be a lot of random forks. I think we do need receptacles. The issue is, what is our radiation source? Space? To be fair, that's actually a lot of rads from space. And we have a lot of excess power, frankly. We could just put some radbot generators up here. I know this is exactly what I just said. That's very interesting. Well, that's going to be involved anyways. Am I really doing this? Am I really just going to put, like... Or am I going to do the manual radbot generator? I think we'll just do the manual radbot generator. But let's just make sure that everyone's not stressing out their gourd first. No, I'm really excited about these changes. And the good thing is, I think most of it is stuff that will port over to Sour Gas or Bust quite well. It'll be interesting to see if the space POI's layout changes at all, because they said the organic mass is being added. But I think other than that, most of it should actually be fairly similar to what's already going on. I don't think we're going to have to make any massive changes. One would hope, anyways. Looking very uppity. So, we also want to... Right, so let's have a think. So, temperature-wise, this is the stuff that actively needs cooling. I think the rest of this... Because the metal refinery, we're feeding this with cold water. So I think overall this is going to work out just fine. So I think we do just want to put all the cooling stuff up here. I don't think we need these anymore, because this is all full of air. This will be full of polluted oxygen from the off-gassing. Is this actually filling up with polluted water? It is. They don't look very happy, do they? We don't... Sadly, we don't have any, the duress to impress dupes. What a shame. I think we are looking for good dupes. You're a good dupe. Decrease stake or morale bonus. I think that's fine. Let's get Amari. I'm going to add more dupes. I don't think we're going to have any issues with food. I don't think we're going to have any issues with drink. With oxygen. Amari being another supplier will be helpful. I think we will just go up to 20 dupes. We should start getting the excess pip food soon enough. And then it'll be the Pokeshells. I mean, we'll go gradually, but I think we've been alright on food for a while. And it'll be even better once we've actually got some better food, too. Now, I think I'm going to have to temporarily hook these in just to get them started. Yeah, just charge up the battery. And then we can get this all connected. Oh, wait. Look at this. What is the situation here? Wait, what is the situation here? The ethanol is being pushed out of the way by the carbon dioxide. Something wonky is going on here. I think the ethanol is massive enough it's not evaporating. Or is... Yeah, because we're not dumping any ethanol in these. But I do need to actually... Oh, right, okay. I missed something. You need to keep these ones here. That very much confused those dupes. And I suppose I'll leave those stripes on these ones just for consistency, but they're like, you told me to build it, you told me to remove it, you told me to build it again. What's up? What's up? I guess it's going to waste a lot of stuff for now, because it's not actually going to come out properly. I guess it is technically coming out, but I don't think that much is getting down here. No, maybe it is. Actually, maybe this is fine. This looks like it's actually working. But does the liquid not get deleted until it hits the ground? That's interesting, actually. Is that the case? The liquid doesn't get deleted until it hits the ground in a vacuum. Or are we just wasting a load of this ethanol? I don't think we're wasting a load of this ethanol. So I guess that means remove this as well. And we'll see what that looks like. More loot? Okay, let's see what the more loot looks like. Blue. Amazing. I mean, I want to make sure that we've got a fair bit of ethanol in here. But that will do for now. Yeah, Liam can have a skill. Liam seems fine. Ren, you can have operating as well. I would love if there was a 2 breathable section on here. that extra stuff. Maybe we should actually get the gas overlay mod again, because that showed pressure at least somewhat well. That'd be nice to do. I have noticed all the polluted water is just backed up over here because of the salt water there. If someone could sweep that, that would be good. And then I think regular polluted water we would just want to dump in here. Stress is going down, that's good. I think they just got... oh god, okay, like... empty this. Thank you. Okay, I will get them to reconnect this. Just to fill this up for now. Yeah, this is filling at the correct rate by the looks of it. Let's start loading these with wood. You feel like it? Obviously the circuit is overloading. Look how quickly the wood is going up. It's so much. Let's also just relocate you in here. We want to get this ranch full. 8 pips. Dirt stocks are actually going up again. This is good. Yeah, I guess you're going to be harvesting wood for quite some time, Liam. Do we want to make any lice loaf? We could make lice loaf for a little bit. Maybe I'll just put another pitcher pump over here. Then we can grab some. Well, Danathor, we're doing well. There's a quality of life update out at the moment. That's going to come to the main branch in 3 weeks. So that's exciting. Lots of actually really impactful changes. Jet suits are getting a rework. Insulated doors are getting added. Space POIs are becoming a lot better. You don't have to drill cone them. They'll initially they'll have a small deposit that you can just grab with your rocket. Right, let's put wood in here. But yeah, it's all pinned at the top of the chat. We just had like a 40-minute breakdown on stuff. Amari. Wait. I think you're fine. But this is definitely a case where I should have door permissioned the dupe, isn't it? I think you'll be fine. We've done a lot of this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to set this. Default nobody. No. So, we gym trained all of our dupes at the start. So all of our normal dupes can come down here with the oxygen masks and they're fine. But all of the freshly printed dupes definitely are not fine. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually just give every currently available dupe Masters of Death penalty. It does, but like... I'm not reloading. It's a freshly printed dupe. That's why they died, is because they're freshly printed. I'm gonna restrict it to just the OGs. Okay, Amari, you're not on the list anymore. Sorry. Okay. We're amassing a collection, apparently. There you go. That makes sense, right? Yeah, we killed Higby and we killed Maya. We have killed more dupes in this run than I think I have outside of this run. Ever. That's kind of concerning. And we'll kill more, I imagine. Maybe not. Hopefully not. I'm sure that's going to help with the whole stress situation. Right, I am just going to stick another hydrogen generator over here. I'm going to hook that up to this one as well. I guess just go like that. Can you later move the memorials, or are they stuck in that place? I think they're stuck in that place. We're not going to be on this run for that much longer. We just need to actually build the Pokeshell ranches and play around with that. But I'm just trying to get all of this stuff operational first. Maybe it's just too many errands. Alright, let's try hooking this up again. Because the thing is, we want to dump a little bit of ethanol in all of these. So it's still only these two filled. Okay. Yeah, put all the wood here, and then we will conveyor it over to here. We'll get the radiation research for that. Building broken. Okay. Yeah, I meant for a longer run of colony. Whenever a dupe dies, I put a memorial in the basement if I want to move it later, but I have to move it. I'll do something prettier. I believe you can't actually move them. If you dig them up, they'll just disappear and the dupe won't be remembered anymore. So, definitely don't put them somewhere that's disposable. Okay, you built the shower now. That's good. And then we'll put the rec room over here. That's the plan. And I'll probably just put another ladder here. I don't think there's any real reason not to do a ladder here. In fact, we can get over here as well. We never actually went over here. That's weird. It would be fun if you could compost a dead dude. Yes, RimWorld it. Is that even a thing in RimWorld? I haven't played RimWorld in ages. But you're still running, but all the others aren't. Okay. We are just trying to burn all the ethanol, by the way. Otherwise, we're not getting the polluted dirt out of this thing. So I know I'm wasting all the power, but that's fine. But yeah, I think we are going to have to mechatronize this bit so the dupes aren't going through the liquids all the time. Although maybe that's not actually that bad, but either way. We're churning through an absolute ton of wood. This is going to be a ton of deliveries. It looks like they're not actually even making it up here for these ones. Although, to be fair, I'm giving them a fair few errands. This isn't a race. Again, we're going to be doing this... We're going to be doing this challenge until we get to the Surviving Mars DLC coming... Surviving Mars reboot coming out. So, I'm not really in a rush. We've not got that much more to do. Okay, so this way I can just go... here. And then what I'll do is... in the pod. Another Phlox. Another Higby. Should I print yet another dupe to kill? I mean, a frost-proof dupe, this makes sense, right? A Nisbet? You know what? Let's print Nisbet. Nisbet is not allowed out of this bit, so they should be fine now. Right, and then let's put a ceiling lamp in. There you go. And then some crown molding. We'll put some more buildings in later. I just want to make sure that we've actually got some stuff going on. You know what? I'll just put a regular battery here. That's fine. There you go. We don't actually need any of this stuff in here, so we can remove all of that. There's actually more metal here too. So let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, that seems good for now. Don't have metal for conveyor rails, okay. Should I leave you with a few more, a little bit longer to do all these errands? Possibly. I mean, these could be tuned up to 1.2 kilowatts, so I could even get an arcade cabinet going on here if I wanted, but we actually need the radiation research first. So let's actually... Do we still have any uranium ore, or have we used it all as building material? We have used it all as building material. Great! I mean, there's more down here, but, I mean... That was never really the aim, was it? I think we can just dig all of this out. What a way to go. You can't reach toilets? Did we break the loo? Yes, we did break the loo. Excellent. What's the situation involving that? Great, we broke the loo. How did this happen? Probably something involving this stupid bridge, right? Yeah, it actually was. Oh, beans, okay. Right, we can refill this pretty quickly, but I'm going to need to rethink that pipe design. That's why I generally don't like to mix it up too much with these. I think it is just this bridge causing the issue. Right, so if I disable that... I think perhaps what we do is, instead of doing that, just take this bridge, put it here, and then we let that out this way. Wait. No, this is the input. What am I doing? Wait, have they just not been using the shower at all? No, they have been using the shower. Just do this. See if that works. And then liquids. Let's see. You peed on the trees. Don't pee on the trees. Okay, stress has gone back down. That's good. We filled these storage bins with wood. That's probably also good. Oh, right. I need you to rebuild that. Okay. Yep, get rid of that. And then radiation, because we want the conveyor receptacles, because we need to mechanize all of this polluted dirt production, otherwise it's never going to get anywhere. So, manual Radioactive generator, and then material study terminal, and then probably just, I don't know, another regular research station to get the lab work bonus. And then that can go here. And then we can just put a lamp in. You don't need rocket science. There we go. At least we have been making plenty of tungsten for this. And then that can come down here, and then uranium ore only, please. Oh, hold on. What's gone wrong here? We need the dupe to be illuminated when they're actually making the rad bolts, don't we? Darthel is too hot. That's a shame. I think we could probably put these mealwoods back here. Okay, and then I'll hook that back up just so we can get these running. You're not overheating, you're overloading. That's fine. Yeah, I was going to record the Alveo Vera video today, but the issue is something outside the house was making a loud beeping noise for like a couple of hours. So I've got all the prep done, but I didn't actually record the video. So I'll record that tomorrow, and that should come out this weekend. I don't think anything that's happening in the DLC should, in the patch notes, should affect that video. Thank God. And I'll make sure to add Berlands to the credits as well, now that they've subbed with Prime. You know, the things you do. Definitely don't want to waste ethanol repairing wires, do I? I think that may be enough ethanol for this one. So what I'll do is I'll disconnect this one, and then that means I can actually start powering the rest of these off of this. So we should actually get a little bit of ethanol going into the petroleum generator now. Yeah, this one. And now those can just actually run. Good. It's just the initial bootstrapping that's a little bit annoying. You know, I'm going to plant some mealwoods here too. Let's see how that goes. Have I really just not told them to make anything out of the rock crusher? I guess so. Well, I'm glad everyone's nice and stress-free now. Hello, Cakeface. You missed a lot of building? Yeah, so we have 90 trees down here, and they've produced over 125 tons of wood in a very, very short amount of time. So we are building a load of ethanol distillers, which are now actually kind of running a little. I think the issue now is it's kind of just browning out a little bit, so let's just put this back up here just for now. And then we'll get this to, once the ethanol's actually in the pipe, this should all run properly. It's gonna need a little bit of coaxing. Oh, right. How much ethanol is over here now? 60, 28, 11. Okay, this one's probably ready to go. We're just dumping some ethanol in them here, just to act as a little conductive layer. But again, I'm going to have to actually cool this, because these are all getting progressively hotter. It's taking a long time, but it will eventually need properly cooling. It's probably pretty close to the point where it would actually work. And then I can just connect these ones up again. And then we're going to set up the cooling with the ice makers, just to make sure this doesn't overheat. And then... Oh, I thought that was a pit, but that was just some water that needed sweeping. And then the actual Pokeshell branches will begin, I promise. But to be fair, a lot of today has been taken up with the patch notes, which were very important to discuss, which is fine. And the mechatronics does need to be sorted out, because otherwise we're not going to have reliable income of polluted dirt, because we don't want the dupes going in and out of this liquid lock all the time. Because this is currently taking up a large amount of their time. Right. This is probably enough ethanol now. And then what I'm thinking is, I'll just hook this up to the wire again. And then... once we've got a continuous pipe full, I can just terminate that. Okay. That should be fine now. And then it's just these ones. So that wire, I guess, can come over here, and then I can connect this into something else. Granite! It's not renewable. A radiation eater, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't want any of those dupes. Right, we can actually get the research now, so let's get the conveyor receptacle. Because there's no way we're dividing the wood evenly between 12 of these otherwise. Also, I am going to need auto sweepers for a few of these. Now, the tile of interest is this one. So I think it might be a case where I want to actually do this. Actually, oh, that would work. I could just do it like this. Oh, this heats up. I think I'm probably going to have to put a couple of... am I going to actually need conduction panels for this then? Grr. I think I'm just going to put them in these middle bits. It may even actually be possible for me to just run a... loop the ethanol through the conduction panels. I was just about to suggest that. I think you can do that. The only thing is, the ethanol is... well, it looks slightly cooler than 75. That should actually work then. Although it's so close, I'm not sure that would actually cool it down below 75. It's worth a try. We've been making... I mean, we've been making enough refined metal, I think, for that. Let's get them to make the conveyor rail again. Oh, please tell me you didn't make this whole thing out of uranium. You did. You did! Okay. I don't really want to do that. Ideally... I think I'm gonna have to send it this way. Yeah. Oh my god, that's a lot of metal. That's why we haven't actually done a lot of mechatronics. I just don't think we would actually have enough metal to hook all of this up. So we'll just get the dupes to deliver it here, and then at least we don't have to go through the liquid lock. How many Pokeshells we got over here now? We got 9. We got 10 and a row. Okay, that's good. They should all eventually end up in here, because we're just dumping all the pinch row eggs in there. We got a couple of pips in here. That's good. We're up to max pips. We do this. Oh, there you go. I think it means I have to actually queue up the errand on you again because you matured mid-errand. Right, so let's actually just try doing this at the moment. So now people are going to deliver the wood and then we're going to dump it in here. I do have a little dinosaur. I have a little doddle. I have a Rex egg as well. Sadly, no lum. As the liquid level drops, the CO2 is ending up down here. That's not the end of the world. At least the steam is still actually condensing. How much ethanol is that? It's not a huge amount, but I don't really want to do this forever. So you won't have a little dinosaur with the Rex hatches. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Right, so that would work. You'll need quite a few of these. And then the receptacle is actually going to have to go over here. There's a bit more metal. Let's not heal. But then that should supply all of these, so that should be all we have to do. Yeah, I know. We're using uranium ore for building stuff. That's how desperate we are for metal. And that's not great, because we're actually supposed to be using it for research. Just a tad. I mean, the bees are still alive while they're babies. No, it's not an accident. I wish it was an accident. Oh, this goes here. And then this goes here, and then plug this in. I'm waiting on an ethanol-based recreation building. I mean, real talk, why do we have to run surfboards on water? It's not like they're swimming in it. It's not like Paku with that fussy either. I mean, I'm sure a bionic dupe would love surfing on ethanol, right? Be interesting to see what these communal tables are going to look like. But it does mean that a lot of designs based around fitting a mess hall into a small space are going to be kind of bad. Got a meteor here, that's pretty interesting. At least none of these tiles getting destroyed. Right. How is the... Okay, I can remove some of these things from the list as well. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need this. Let's actually add iron ore. I think, to be fair, if we've been making any iron ore whatsoever, I'm pretty sure we've been building with it as well. Oh, we're going to need the auto sweepers to plug into a wire. Well, that should be fine. Yeah. Because they're only going to work every now and then. So I think we can just do something like this. I'm gonna run this one. You got a boatload of waterweed seeds. Are you growing them because you find that many? No, I'm not. I'm not growing them. That is kind of weird, actually. Right, I guess I'll hook you up again for now. Just dump a little bit more, please. We want, I don't know, about 30 kilograms each. I think we'll do. Yeah, it's very interesting. We discovered that you can vent into space a liquid and it won't remove the mass until it hits this tile. It is interesting to me. Okay, let's get that removed, and then let's fix this up. And then... And then I think we can actually just take these ones, and I think we can fit them in here. Yeah, let's just do this for now. We'll refill them again later if necessary. Oh, the cuddle pip is on its way out. There's another cuddle pip over here, though. More pips. All the baby pips are hatching now. This is good. I guess I should actually put like a critter drop off in a room somewhere. I'm not sure it's going to matter on this run. Yeah, I think morale's increasing now. That's good. Yeah, fit that back there. Building all the mechatronics. So this is going to get loaded with wood. It's going to be priority 9. And then this is going to go here. There's so much wood. And we know we'll know that we'll have reached the point where we've got enough industry up here to process all that wood when the total stops going up. But it's still going up. A seacomb seed? It's mildly interesting. Seacombs eat polluted dirt. And they turn it into seacomb leaf. Which we can turn into biodiesel or phyto oil. Well, we could turn it into phyto oil and then turn that into biodiesel. That's interesting. We do have a fair bit of polluted dirt now, don't we? So what, we can just boil it for algae? Well, obviously there's no point in doing that. How queer. Communal table looks kind of like a table at a restaurant. Ooh. Fun. Red and white table checkered tablecloth. I hope there's skins for it. That would be lovely to see. Right, you're running now. That's good. Turn this off in a sec. Right, that looks... Oh! Wait a minute. There's an extra one up here. I don't think I actually need to run this one. I mean, we technically can, but it's going to overload that wire. So I'm going to have to actually make a conductive wire here. Is that going to go high enough? I think it will, actually. Okay. Alright, we'll do that then. That will solve that issue. But we can't actually plug it into here because we don't have enough stuff. Only made from wood or plywood. Ugh. Interesting. I think so far I'm a very big fan of what they're going to be changing. But, I mean, the only way we'll know for certain is if we actually... Yeah. No skins currently, but who knows what will be in that paid pack? Yeah, exactly. Right, well, we now have 12 ethanol distillers running off of all this wood. And yes, you guys are going to be supplying wood for quite some time, I think. Feels bad. I guess this is going to end up being a lot more polluted water to send to... What exactly? Do you make a nice little restaurant for your dupes now? Yeah, it's going to be great. God, this is going to be so much wood delivery. You're getting recover from cold? Where are you getting cold? That's weird. Don't tell me you're getting cold in space. Well, wood's still going up, but I suspect it's partly because the dupes are having to supply a lot of it manually at the moment. Research going. Oh, we just need the regular water. Okay, alright. I may have forgot to do this. That's fine. Oh. It says 6 out of 8 because we got a pipsqueak in here. Remove that guy. Whoops. I guess they're gradually getting to building this. I want to print any more dupes. Poor Neo. At least we haven't killed Neo yet. I can't believe we killed 3 dupes. That's so sad. What does it say about each of them? To dig, to mush, no more. For Maya, yeah, oh, it does the same thing. Oh, no, for Amari it's something different. Where one adventure ends and another begins. Great. Make some light stoves again if we want to, but I don't think we do want to. Right, ice makers. So the issue is, right, where, okay, so we've got water in here. This is coming from the polluted water. This is excess water. So I think what we want to do, I think obviously we want to stick it here. Oh, you know what we'll do? Let's make this a load of... You know, let's just make this a load of regular tiles. Because whatever we do with these ice makers is going to go here. This... So that could be where the polluted water drops down. I'm imagining what I'll do is I'll make like a little pitcher pump bit here. So... Oh, yeah, I know what to do. So I will dump the water in here. In fact, actually, dump it up to here. And then that, so this pipe can go this way. And then we'll dump the water in here, and then the dupes can pitcher pump it out, and we can feed it to the ice makers. Did I actually need to make this so tall? I don't know, maybe not. I don't know how many ice makers we're going to need for this. All I know is we're going to need a small amount of cooling. Is this actually a case where we can just run the water past? No, probably not. The ethanol is all cooler. We will need the conduction panels here no matter what, so... we don't even have refined metal for those at the moment. Okay, let's leave that. I think we are still going to want the ice makers. Are we necessarily going to want them here? I mean, this will help. What we can do with the ice makers as well is we can use this to help cool down this water. That water is going... I mean, it's all going to oxyferns. I guess it's still oxyfern... Is it still oxyfern temperature? Well, it won't be when it's coming out of here. This water will be slightly too hot, generally. Is this breaking? Oh, right. You need to build that wire. Okay, that's fine. Looks like we are doing the research. It's just taking a bit of time. How much enriched uranium we got in here as well? We got a fair bit of enriched uranium in here now. Oh. Oh! The bees set up another hive. Because the snow formed. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's not good. That actually separates out this. Oh, whatever. I don't think it's going to matter. Eventually, they're going to open this up again, right? From eating the uranium here. Hello, Omega Fran. I want a dupe to pick up debris, but not to use an automatic dispenser continuously. If I block storing but not tidying, will it work? You want the dupe to pick up debris, but not use an automatic dispenser. I think they're picking up. It depends on where they're going to put it. Like, where are they going to put it if they're not going to put it in the dispenser? This vexes me. I am starting to get the sense that the dupes are doing nothing productive other than actually just shuffling wood around. This is potentially going to be a problem. Well, Neo's doing the research. This is a good thing. And I need some Pepsi because we've been quite actively discussing the patch notes. Now that we're not killing these dupes, let's actually print some more dupes. A dew seed for the dewdrop. Lol. For the dartle. Yeah, we're not really doing any of that at the moment. Another supplying dupe allergic to floral scent. We're not doing any floral scent stuff. I think this is good, actually. Let's print May. May can have supplying. Let's face it. We're going to want some supplying dupes. You could just be digging, I guess. You would only need to set the dispenser to drop the debris out of reach, or set the dispenser to burn it. Yes. That would let them put it somewhere, but not use it continuously. Like that's what we're doing here for the pinch rows. They're picking up all the pinch rows and just dumping them in this hole where they can't grab them. And then maybe you could use mechatronics to sort it out with a switch if you need to access it again. Right, we have the research. That's good. So now this needs to go here. You know what occurs to me? I probably could have actually set up an 8-way gate dumping it on this tile. Now that I think about it. Because it could have literally just been, like, say, a split here, and then a split at the other side. And that would have evenly distributed it between all 8 of these. So we probably didn't actually need to do that research, but that's fine. It's a good habit, right? Oh. I do need to tell you not to use this when the storage is full. So please do that. There you go. If we need any more radiation research, then we can definitely do that. Oh, I could keep tiling this too. But you can continue to get digging. Not that that's relevant at the moment. Right, let's get this done, because we really need to actually make sure that this wood is going somewhere first. Also, these are heating up. I suspect that there is actually some carbon dioxide getting onto them. This is not good, because the carbon dioxide is too hot. I mean, they're made out of tungsten, right? So the tungsten has an overheat temperature of... Oh, hold on. 125. So, actually, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Maybe the carbon dioxide will cool it down as well once it gets hot enough, but I don't think it will. We'll see. We can start planning some of this stuff and leave it for now. Got some copper here, fair enough. We dumped a lot more ethanol in these other ones. Set relative temperature to 75. This is getting pretty close. Temperature. Polluted water is building up over here, though. That's good. Right, these are now actually filling with wood. Yeah, okay, these are actually loading properly with wood. I guess we'll see whether they overheat or not. Is it overloading? Yeah, you need to build this. Oh, this is good. I think this is actually working now. So then, the next thing we need to do is we need to actually grab the polluted dirt and we need to send it somewhere. Still don't have a lot of refined metal. So we need to dig up more wolframite from over here. Because that's what we're turning into tungsten. So I think we are going to have to bite the bullet and come in here and dig all of this up. And go ahead. Let's see. I think that stuff's fine. Gonna need you to come in here, actually, I think. And then... probably just come up here, like this. See how that goes. The wire here is broken, okay. You know what? I think these auto sweepers are going to be running enough that this is going to be a big issue. Okay. It seems like I'm going to need to set them to an intermediate wire. So probably this one, right? I mean, maybe this will do. Yeah, we imported a lot of copper, but not a lot of other stuff. Hooray, more wire spaghetti. Your favorite. Cut this off. Then that can go up here. And then we can remove all of these. Well, that's going to be irritating, but doable. So that wire needs to be done first. Okay. We have got the wolframite. Oh, I know what's going on. We're generating so much polluted water up here, it's not escaping the metal refinery. So, what I actually need to do is I need to prioritize the polluted water from the refinery. And that means... probably need this to merge in later as well. Maybe actually if we do something like this, then that will ensure it prioritizes the right order, because this polluted water I don't really care about pumping in. So yeah, let's do that. I think we're getting pretty close, though. Polluted dirt stocks are going up a lot. Wood stocks do not seem to have increased. This means that we are actually now effectively processing the wood from most of these trees. That's good. You know the super sustainable achievement? This is the exact opposite. We're literally burning wood and ejecting most of the waste products into space, or wasting the power from them. Yeah, the carbon dioxide is now vented from here pretty easily. That's good. Right, so this wire needs to get replaced as well. And then I think we'll be good. Then we need to go back to making the polluted dirt. So that could go here. The loaders produce a little bit of heat too. I think the tiny little bit of carbon dioxide we're actually getting off of them might be enough. I mean, we'll see. If we look at the overlay here, you can see the gas is kind of occasionally spreading out. There's probably a way to get it to work. Oh, these ones here. These ones by the petroleum generators probably are going to get cool enough. These ones over here by the ethanol distillers probably aren't. All I know is we don't want the popped eardrums. In any case, this is now prioritizing draining the water specifically from the metal refinery, so hopefully we can get some more tungsten going again. Hello, Blizzle. You just started a playthrough. Yesterday I completed Locavore, Carnivore, Demolier, Super Sustainable. I really don't want to have to start a new playthrough to get the Printemon storyline. Do you think I will? Unfortunately, yes, because it's a story trait. You can't really add a story trait, outside of restarting. I think in sandbox mode you can add them, but the problem is I think this one is tied to the printing pods, so I feel like that's a bit of a fait accompli, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the thing, you never know when a game update's going to come out. I feel like that's mostly why I restart these days, because the game update comes out. But I don't think I'm going to have to restart. The sour gas will burst. You can explore the printing pod on another one. Okay, this is definitely not good enough. This one is getting way too hot. This isn't cooling down at all. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think I just want to actually... Let's take some incremental steps, right? I'm gonna see what happens if we do, say, this. If we drywall... I know this is going to take a bit of a trial and error, but I think it'll be worth it. I think if we leave, like, the right side open, and possibly if we leave these gaps above the auto sweepers, we shouldn't get popped eardrums. That's what I'm thinking. Some books would be the only way to get it on an old map. Yeah. I know carbon dioxide isn't a very good conductor as well. I just really don't want to have to build the friggin' thing, but yeah. You can see how much these are heating up already. Damn. Mods don't prevent achievements. Yeah, mods don't affect achievements at all in ONI. It's great. I'm not going to take either of those dupes. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about this game. Is you can have any mods. And the game trusts you not to cheat your own experience. Okay, don't auto-repair this. We'll just have to deconstruct it and repair it. Time to look into mods. I like the tiles that resemble the material. Yes, the True Tiles mod. I am going to make a video about that. I keep promising it. But tomorrow I'm going to get the Alveo Vera video done. And I'm going to get the True Tiles mod video done. We did the prep the Alveo Vera video today. But sadly, real life got in the way. As it tends to do. Oh, are you scolding? Real? Interesting. That's good. This is actually getting somewhat too hot now. Just that mod. Would you be open to a bunch of your favorite mods? Yeah, so I have a list of mods that I like to use. I'm not sure it's super up to date. But the other mod that I really, really like is the Pip Plant Overlay mod. We use that for planting all these trees. All it does is it's a UI that tells you the pip planting rules. It tells you which tiles pips will consider planting in. This is all information that you technically have access to, but just graphically presented, which is fantastic to me. And other than that, better info cards, suppress notifications, loop stat selector can be pretty good. Idle notification tweaks. I like the mod Echo uses that subdivides as resources. Yeah, I tried using that, but I didn't get used to it very well. And I ended up cancelling my resource list too often. Like, by pressing the wrong buttons, so I didn't keep it. It does look like a very powerful mod, but it's one that I just didn't really gel with using very well. Right, you have cooled down now. I think this is sufficient to ensure everything cools down. Yeah, these are cooling down a little bit now. It doesn't need to be a large layer of CO2. It just has to be somewhat present. Well, I'm glad the drywall didn't turn out to be completely useless. Alright, and you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to put in... Where am I going to put it? Here. I'm going to put in a liquid storage tank so that we can make sure that we can make some tungsten. Because this is getting ridiculous. So let's actually put a couple in, like here and here. Get rid of these random ladders. I'm enjoying this Pokeshell run. I never really learned about them. Been watching YouTube pods. Yeah, our Boreal Airheads was a run where we tried to do something similar, and I collected the Pokeshells, but we kind of steamed the base to death before we ended up doing it. So I'm trying to really focus on it this time. And I think that part of the reason I didn't do it last time as well was because I vastly underestimated the amount of polluted dirt you need to actually feed Pokeshells. And this will be enough polluted dirt. So we can proceed pretty soon with this. I just want to make sure that the dupes aren't shoveling wood all day, forever, before we do that. But I'm feeling pretty confident about it now. And I think the main thing I'm learning is you want to do it only if you have a polluted water source for trees, because pip planting them like this is quite cumbersome and space consuming. Right, okay, so I want this to go here, here. Oh god, what is going on with this? You know what, that'll do. I was curious if we could do a starvation ranch with Pokeshells. I think you can, but I don't really like starvation ranching. I feel like you should... The game should not punish you for actively ranching any critter. Like, I don't like critters where, like, the game seems to intend for you to starvation ranch them. This is why shove bowls kind of annoy me a little. But yeah, this should ensure that we can make some more tungsten, because we have plenty of polluted water, and the geyser has plenty of polluted water, frankly, as well. We've been letting a lot of it just fall into here as well. We are pumping it up. I would love to actually pump it from over here instead, but like... Yikes. Actually, no heat leak over here. What do you mean? Oh god, oh god. Oh, you're peeing over here. Okay, that's fine. That's not an emergency. This just needs to be a higher errand. Surprised Drekos weren't nerfed with this update. With all new critters in ONI now, Drekos just seem too OP. Drekos have been nerfed. They nerfed Drekos so that they only spawn with 90% of their scale growth now. So you have to have them in a little bit of hydrogen to get the scales from fresh babies. So that's typically what we use to get most of our reed fiber, is just getting it from the babies from the excess Dreco ranching, and then just immediately evolving them into meat in a drowning chamber once they turn into adults and they're shaved. But now you actually have to leave them for a little while to get shaved, which is going to make that very annoying to actually do, because you'll probably drown a lot of critters that aren't quite ready yet. Unless you only open up the shaving chamber like every 5 cycles or so. Or the drowning chamber every 5 cycles or so. There's probably still a way to do it, but the point is it's much more annoying now. Which is supposed to be, because reed fiber was pretty much trivial with Drekos otherwise. Oh, my rancher sets them multiply until it's harvest season. Yeah. If you're still actively ranching the Drekos in the hydrogen, then you still get all the reed fiber. So they're still very strong. But they're just not, like... I feel like they're just not overly strong now, because, like, you can't just skim off the top for free as well. You usually keep them in hydrogen anyways. Why would you evolve them before getting all the free stuff? Because because before, I'm just talking about the excess eggs you get from your breeders. They turn into adults. You don't have to have them in a hydrogen room. You can just shave them immediately, get the initial bit of reed fiber from each Dreco on a high priority, and then have them shuffle them over to the drowning chamber manually on a lower priority. But now that wouldn't work, because you'd have to have them in hydrogen for a small period of time to get that initial shaving. Yeah, that's what Carrying Activity is talking about, just shaving the extra eggs. Because that's the majority of the Drekos you're going to have, the extra eggs, not the other guys. Yeah, I think this will do. The CO2 pressure isn't too high. Like a couple 100 grams max. Good. And we're making more tungsten now as well, so we can keep adding these. And then these are going to be set to polluted dirt. That's the only thing we want. And then, I guess, God. This looks like it's going to be a load of bridges, doesn't it? It's good that we're actually dumping the heat into the carbon dioxide. That's good. Yeah, and then this can go up here, and then this can go up here. That's all good. You can just keep the Drekos into hydrogen, and they would fully regrow the scales multiple times before they start. Yes, you can do that. I was actively drowning them instead of starving them, just so that we can get the meat a bit faster and to reduce lag from having so many excess Drekos running around. But you're right, that approach isn't actually nerfed. So you probably would just want to do that from now on. Just have them hang out in the hydrogen room and just shave them in there forever. Because we've done that in the past as well. But it was just, you just ended up with so many Drekos in the room. I think glossy Drekos should need to eat something to regrow their plastic. They really make plastic trivial. I mean, the funny thing is, Drekos aren't even the best source of plastic anymore. The lure plant is. I need to do a guide on this as well, and I will do that soon. That's next on my list. But the point is, lure plants... Oh god, we need to harvest the friggin' Saxon critter traps. They're presenting their peaches to us. But what we need to do, so... You can have lure plants eat beeters. And if you have them in a chlorine room, so it's not very conductive gas between the plant and the beeters, you can get them both in the same room, and then it's just literally free plastic. But yes, as you say, you need a boiler, and it's kind of cumbersome. Glossy Drekos are still great. It'll be interesting to see when cracking shinebug eggs from resin comes in. I think it will be so little resin, it won't be useful for anything other than actually making plywood. I imagine. I imagine a plywood recipe is going to require very little resin. The shine bugs will give you so little you can't use it to meaningfully make plastic. That's what I'm thinking. We're waiting materials now. Let's priority 9 this too. There's been a suspicious lack of priority 9 so far in this run. Oh man. Okay, so... Right, we are filling this with water. That's fine. This will automatically fill up to this point. And then ice makers. So, how is this looking? I think we do still want to do this. Because this polluted water is too hot at the moment. So I think what we want to do is we want to make ice makers. And then we want to make another auto sweeper here. Now this is a lot of power as well, so maybe I want to plug this into a hydrogen room as well. Oh no, what am I talking about? I could just plug it into a petroleum generator, but I need to have the conductive wire for that. Well, we've got the hydrogen, haven't we? This is kind of running out, isn't it? Did I set the excess hydrogen up over here? I didn't really. I am going to need to do that. So the hydrogen is currently coming in through this bit. If I connect it here, then this sends it back over here to mix in with the rest. Yeah, that should be fine. You like the idea of no-side metals? I usually keep 16 dupes before shifts. It would be cool to have them at a communal table. Yes, that's something I didn't even pick up on with the patch notes. If it actually lets you rotate dupes between mess tables with schedules, then you don't need as many in the place. That's good. I think I actually do need you to come in here and auto-harvest these. So good luck with that. Who's going to come and do that? Also, what's going on here? I won the shriveled... Oh, I don't want you, though. Oh, whatever. I estimate a Shybug Ranch will make about 30.2 kilograms per cycle of plastic. So that's tiny. Yeah, that's tiny. That wouldn't be viable, would it? But a lag? No way. Circuit's overloaded. Oh. Yeah, maybe. So, I'm just going to make another hydrogen room over here, right? Seems like what we're doing with this. And then... This is not very well organized at all, by the way. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want... Get rid of all these. Will only be the 8 shine bugs. Yeah, but in terms of critters per resource, it's so low. Oh, look, the ladder's got removed. But I really care about that. Stop repairing them. Oh my god, are you really going to make me go through and disable auto repair on all these ladders? No, don't even bother. Just remove all of them. Okay. So I need to put another... Let's see. If I do it like that, and then we dig this, and then put a door here. You need to put another ladder here, I guess. Have fun. Then that can be hydrogen. That can be a smart battery. That can be automation wire. And then this can just go here. Well, it'd be a way of getting plastic or radioactive ocean. True. True, but yeah. It would be so little, I think it'd still be kind of annoying. But as you say, you could have a few Shinebug ranches, and it would give you a small enough trickle that you could at least build like some things, like a vent, if you needed to. So that is true. That is an interesting change. Right, this could go here. That could go here. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is filtered anyways. I'm just going to let you do this. We never actually ended up filling the canister filler. Or doing anything with that. That's fine. So that's going to make a load of ice. Which is then going to go into the conveyor loader. Here. And then we'll need to make a little loop in here to rotate this around. So that could just go like... I wanted to prioritize from the bridge. So I think I actually wanted to go like this. That'll do. And then this will get chilled down. See how that goes. And then that wire can go here. Overheating. Yeah, these are starting to overheat now. Can I remake these out of something else? No. Yeah, the water's a bit too hot now. And to be fair, we made a large amount of polluted dirt. And wood stocks are actually decreasing. So even if this... We could just start setting up some Pokeshell ranches, even if we do have to do a bit of fixing on this. But let's get this set up first. But the point is, this will be a block of cool water. And then what we can do is we can pump in the polluted water from here and actually run it past all of these items. So I think what I would do as well is I would run the coolant loop through here. And I need to decide what that would actually look like. This... None of this should have been insulated pipe. Interesting. And then this still counts as a power plant, right? Yep, okay. Good. We're still making lots of chips. We definitely need a light in here. That is a bit of an omission. Here you go. I think that will do. There you go. I do want to... I don't want to auto-repair you, but I want to see what the notification is here. Thankfully, it takes a while for these buildings to actually overheat themselves to death. Wait, have you not been getting the height? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Alright, that one's on me. That one's on me. So, dump this back in. I just need a bridge. Something along those lines. But I actually need you to dump all of this gas first. Because I don't want to break this. And then this needs to be set to ice. And then, do I need to actually dig more copper over here? I think I do. Can you just get up here? There's a load on the roof. Just get the copper on the roof. It's not hard. Well, I mean... maybe it's a little hard. There you go. So, let's just stick the gas bridge here. And then... you can dump the hydrogen there first, because this should always be pure hydrogen. And I need people to get in there. But why can't people get in there and harvest that plant? Oh, because there's no ladder down here. Okay. Alright, fair. We do need to do that, otherwise we will eventually run out of hydrogen. Because I think we are actually going to lean on the beta hydrogen a fair bit now. What's in here? Oh! Oh, that is the beta hydrogen. Okay, okay. They're all overheating now. No. Got more tungsten, so that can go here. Those can all be set to the same settings. Man, doing this ghetto cooling loop without steam turbines is going to be amusing. You're broken, okay. Well, let's just replace you then. Every time this breaks, does this mean I'm going to have to manually restart the battery? Oh, that's going to be annoying. Right, let's see. Pipe. Right, so if I reconnect you here, that should just be pure hydrogen now. Except, got a little bit of carbon dioxide out of here because the guy came in here to harvest the plant. Fair. Fair enough. Then what about this one? Yeah, that one's been harvested too. Oh, it's awaiting prey. Wait, the hive is disabled? Oh, I'm gonna need you to dig this as well, aren't I? Why is the hive disabled? Something is preventing this critter from functioning, true. Yeah, they're not that fussed about stinging you, are they? Floor, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Well, maybe this guy could just move on. We don't actually need this one, do we? Okay, good. What we got? White shoes. You'll have to see it. We got... Wow, that's a lot of plant meat. Interesting. Yep. Easy to forget about the plant meat. Right, so I could set these to the same setting. And then the polluted dirt just needs to go somewhere. Okay, real talk. We can just set the Pokeshell ranches up here. There's going to be enough space. Frankly, I don't want to move the polluted dirt all the way across the map. Like, maybe we can just set them up over here? Oh, I don't know. I still need to think about that. All I know is, we've got to get it past this bit first. But that's going to require a lot more metal than this. We're making the ice. Good. Ice or snow? Which is better? The ice, right? Now you're loading the ice in here, and then that's all going to melt. This ice will melt pretty quickly on the conveyor. Well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I mean... I think it's working. A Vagra node? That's funny. We will print for Valdo the uncultured shriveled taste buds. You can have researching, I guess. I guess we do want a backup researcher, I suppose. Yeah, we really just need more metal. I guess make that priority 9. Just grab all the metal. Get it out of here. Any other easy grabbings? That's a large amount of metal. I should probably just proactively come up here and grab this, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, looks like it's actually jump-started back up again properly. That's good. I really hope that you're actually going to go pitch up the water from here. It doesn't look like you are. Or you are. This is a lot of heat as well. I mean, bear in mind, we're generating... I don't know. So, the ethanol distillers, that's going to be somewhere in the region of 60 kDTUs. The petroleum generators is going to be in somewhere in the region of 60 kDTUs. Each of these is deleting 64. But that's if they're running continuously. It might be enough. Difficult to say. Then I've got to convey the actual temperature up here as well. I could just put a pump in here as well, right? I mean, we got the water coming in here. Do I actually need to pump? No, I don't think I do need to pump. Because we've got regular-ass water coming in over here. And I think what I'll do is, once it's filled this, I'll just tell it to run past all this stuff. The only thing being, I'll need to actually run it where we can reach it, so... Probably something like this. This is going to get very ghetto, by the way. I hope you're all aware of that. And then that can come down here. That can bridge this way, and then... Then this is going to look really bad. It's going to look really bad. This is disgusting, even for me. Okay. I think that will do. So, that's gonna go like that. This is gonna go like this. Going on here. Cancel this. Then that's gonna come down here, and then that's gonna go over here. And then that's gonna need to form a bridge that loops everything. So I need it to prioritize looping over filling. Means it's probably gonna look like this. Let's try it. And then we can probably put in a couple of radiant segments too. But we need metal to come back first. This is actually cooling down though. That's good. If only we had a thermonullifier. That would be pretty good, wouldn't it? I think you need a reach across here as well. It's fine. Please, just send the metal ore over, please. Oh, you need to run on this. I'm going to set this to priority 9 then. Oh my god, let me select you. I mean, I guess dig first, that's fine. No, you're gonna go sleep, okay. We now got 55 tons of polluted dirt and wood is stable. It's good. That's good, but I need to build this pipe again so we can get this water recirculating. But I think this should actually work pretty well. We just need a couple of... Oh, you know what? We probably actually have enough radiant segments we can start doing this. So let's put them in for the petroleum generators. And then I've got to put, like, a couple in here, right? Seems good. Okay, I'm pretty sure once we get the metal ore back to make this petroleum generator again, we can just do this. And I think for now I'm just gonna... Oh, right, we don't have any metal ore. This is a sad screen to see, isn't it? Yeah, here's the metal ore. What are you up to? You're hot? I'm gonna go grab some water. Okay. Makes a little bit of sense. I'm gonna get you to sweep all of this while you're here. And avoid peeing on things. Right, so now the water is trying to get past... Oh, whoops. Yeah. I love building pipes. This is very convenient for us. Okay, is that cooling it down? Yes. Hooray! Good. And then maybe, I think the ethanol distillers might actually be alright stewing in their own juices. It doesn't seem like they're breaking yet, and I guess we'll see what happens when we run them for a bit longer. But it seems okay. And obviously this isn't perfect, because there's some more dupe labor going on, but like, whatever. Nails is asleep on the job, yet again. Plenty of food though, I'm glad that worked out. The hydrogen, right. Do I want to... Okay, what are your skills, Nails? So Nails has a little bit of everything. Okay. I'll give you some extra supplying, just so you can do this a bit easier. Maybe we send our field research dude back over here so we can geotune the hydrogen vent. It just depends how much hydrogen we're actually using now. I feel like we're using a fair bit, but then we have just filled this up as well. Oh yeah, look at this. Because this is full, we're not actually getting the hydrogen out the top of the map again. Okay. Fair. Oh, this isn't venting? Oh, that's no good. Right, well, I'm beginning to flag, but I think we've made some decent progress on this. The main issue now is just going to be actually getting the conveyor rail together to dump all the polluted dirt back into the map. Well, I'm a little bit annoyed, because I feel like we haven't actually got that much done today, but I don't know. Getting there, isn't it? The stupid Pokeshells. That's probably not going to be a thumbnail. Yeah, at least it starts up again because there's some ethanol in the pipe to get started with. And this does actually seem to be staying cool properly. The only thing is, this water is heating up by a lot. Which is probably fine. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm convinced that we've cooled this down sufficiently now. Oh, you know what? Let's have the thumbnail be the ice makers. Just to be sassy. Desperate cooling times. Call for desperate measures. You tell I'm flagging. Can we get a dupe loading the ice maker? That would be a good finishing shot. Yeah, awaiting water delivery. Good. The things we're doing. Good. Okay. I think that'll do. So, yeah, we've actually got most of the wood converted over to polluted dirt properly. We had a bit of a brief spell where nothing was going on, but I think it's getting there now. We've got lots of pips. Look how many pips we got. That's good. Yeah, dirt's going way up. Food will start going way up because we're gonna eventually be eating pips. But I don't think we're gonna actively murder them, I'll put it that way. Right, let's save it. I think we're done for today. Right, well, I hope you guys... Music. I hope you guys enjoyed Halloween. I think we were pretty productive today, and the patch notes look very exciting. I'm very happy with all of the changes they've suggested. I think there's some really substantial changes in there that are going to improve quality of life. I'm really glad they're focusing on that instead of releasing more DLC, because I think them adding a couple of critter variants and polishing these features is bringing it back to the level of really, really high quality that it was before the big DLC push. Getting back to the level of quality where it was when it was just spaced out. I'm really glad to see that level of depth in all of these DLC features as they're getting fleshed out. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy they went with this direction. I will probably... Oh, what am I going to have to do? Am I going to have to do something different? I think maybe we're going to have to do another prehistoric planet pack run. Maybe investigate the Blumlums. I don't know. I'll have a think about what I want to do. I think my plan is still going to be to mostly look at Surviving Mars when that comes out, but I'm going to have to at least somewhat have a look at it. Maybe it's stuff that we'll cover in Sandbox Showcase, because I actually feel like a lot of the new stuff is stuff that maybe I'll talk about in Sandbox Showcase instead. Like the new critter variants. I don't know. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back on Twitch next week. We stream weekday evenings, 7:30 to 10:30-ish British time. It's just been daylight savings. Flacco's really going at it today. We upload all the VODs on YouTube. I'm working on a few videos that should hopefully go out this weekend. And there's Discord where we hang out. And again, the patch notes are pinned up there if you want to have a quick look at them. And I put them in the Discord as well. But yeah, very happy with Clay. That's why I've stuck with them all the years. Very happy with how they function as a games development studio. You know? I'm going to go raid Judy Pixels. Judy Pixels is playing Oxygen on Good. What are they up to? They are... I think I'm moving on to something else in a little bit. You know what? Let's actually... Hold on. Let's actually raid 2 Legit City instead. They're doing stuff with the geothermal heat pump. Yeah, let's go see what 2 Legit City's up to. Oh, look at the Pleco nomming. That's some good footage of the Pleco. He's really giving it a good nom. Take care, everyone. Happy Halloween.